Chapter 39. Lena's apartment morning. Lena is cleaning her room when her phone buzzes with a new message. Elias. Wear something nice. I'm picking you up at 7. Just you and me tonight. A date. Her heart leaps. She rereads the text 3 times. A date. She panic. What am I going to wear? As she brings out different outfit. Hours later, she finally settles on a black dress. I hope this is not too much. She quickly applies her lipstick and leaves the house. Outside Lena's apartment, Lena steps out. She spots Elias leaning against his car, and her steps falter. He's all dressed up looking like a leading man in a drama. Then a strict professor, who once made her heart race out of fear. It's not even 7 yet and he's already here, she said, smiling to herself. When he sees her, he smiles. Elias. You clean up dangerously well, Miss Hart. Lena. I was about to say the same. Professor Crane. But this, gesturing to his outfit, this is suspicious. Are we going to a gala? He opens the door for her. I figured if I'm dating someone younger, I should try to look less like an academic fossil. Lena, teasing. Oh, so you admit it now, dating me? Elias, smirking. I'm wearing formal wear on a weeknight, aren't I? They both laugh. Restaurant, moments later. Elias had picked a quiet place at the edge of the city, dim lighting. Soft jazz, the kind of place you reserve for something serious. Lena scans the menu with wide eyes. Lena, this is intense. Elias, I wanted to give you something special. You deserve it. Minutes later. Lena, smiling. You're really quiet tonight, Professor. Elias, softly. That's probably because I'm terrified. Lena, laughs. You? Terrified? Of what? Elias, of messing this up. As he helps her cut her steak. Lena, you won't. Elias, you say that now, but I haven't dated before. Not even anyone like you. Lena, teasing. What does that mean? Elias, you make me feel like a student. Again. Nervous. Curious. Like everything's new. Lena, you really haven't done this before. Elias, smiling shyly. Not once. I've been terrified all day. Checked the table 3 times. I even Googled how to plan a first date like a teenager. Lena laughs. It's hard to believe. You seem so composed all the time. Elias, around you nothing feels composed. It feels different, real. She smiles. I'm glad I said yes. Elias, quietly. So am I. Elias, I don't know where this is going, but I know I want to keep walking toward it. Slowly. Honestly. Lena, voice warm. Then let's take one step at a time. Together. Elias can't take his eyes off her. A long pause hangs in the air. After they left the restaurant. Lena, holding his hand. Thank you for today, Mr. Elias. Elias smiling. You deserve the best, Miss Hart. Lena, laughing softly. Today felt normal. Like it was always supposed to be this way. Elias, without hesitation. It will be. Lena, you're the best. Elias, I love you. Lena, I will always love you. He brings her hand to his lips and kisses it gently. Chapter 40. Elias unlocks the front door. Lena follows. The lights are dim, the house quiet. Until Noel, running forward, excited. Auntie Lena? Throwing himself into her arms. Lena, laughing. Hey, baby. Did you miss me? Noel, every second. Uncle said you were on a date. Uncle said I couldn't come. Lena smiles, hugging tighter. Well, go on date just the 2 of us, okay? Noel, hugging her tighter. Okay, you're the best. Kitchen later that night. Lena's in one of Elias's sweater. She takes the pasta to the table. Time to eat. While Elias pours juice into a cup. Lena, teasing. This is our romantic date night, huh? Elias, deadpan. 5-star chef. Toddler entertainment. I planned it all. Noel, yay, it looks good. Then they sit to eat. Noel, are you gonna marry her, uncle? Lena freezes. Elias teasing. Of course if auntie agrees. Noel turns to Lena. Will you agree to marry my uncle? Lena flushed stares at him. Elias. Finish your food, Noel. Later. Elias tucks Noel into the bed in this room. Elias, murmuring. You're lucky to have her, you know? Noel, you too. Elias turns off the light. Stepping back into the hallway to find Lena leaning on the wall. Lena, whispering. Is this okay? Elias, softly. It's more than okay. I haven't seen him this happy in months. Lena. Feels like we're doing something right. Elias. You are. Every day. Chapter 41. The living room is dim. Lena sits on the couch talking to Elias, her heart beating faster than she wants to admit. He sits beside her, but then something in the air shifted. It's no longer casual. His jaw tight, breath shallow. She reaches out, brushing her fingers against his cheek. When he doesn't pull away, she leans in, hesitantly, but boldly, her lips pressed to his gentle, questioning. He responds. At first, not once or twice. Their lips touch. Then he carried her, hands on her. It's slow and warm. He slowly moves back, resting on the couch. But then he moves up, carrying and placing her on the couch. Then his hand comes up, not to push her away, but to cup her face, to steady her. He kisses her back once, twice before, slowly pulling away, just far enough to break the kiss. Elias, soft, breathless. Lena. She opens her eyes. Lena, I'm sorry. I just thought... Elias, shaking his head gently. No, don't be sorry. He pulls back just enough to look her in the eyes, brushing his thumb lightly along her cheek. Elias, you didn't do anything wrong. I wanted it too. God, I wanted to keep going. She swallows, still unsure. Elias, but if we rush this, I'm afraid it won't feel the way it's supposed to. You matter to me. I don't want to get caught up in the moment and mess it up. She bites her lip, looking down. Lena, so, you're not pulling away because you don't want me? Elias, his voice firm, eyes soft. Don't ever think that. Lena, I'm trying to hold. Then he paused. No, I'm pulling away because I do. Because it's you. She looks up again, this time with relief slowly breaking through the nervousness in her eyes. Elias, quiet smile. Let's not ruin this by going too fast. When we finally cross that line, I want it to be when you know, without a doubt, that you're not just wanted, you're loved. Her breath catches just a little, and then she nods, cheeks flushed but smiling. The look on his face saying he's trying hard to control himself. And if she looks at him like that again, he might actually lose it. He leans forward and presses a peck to her forehead slow, lingering and impossibly tender. Elias in the kitchen, later that night. Elias stands, sipping a cup of tea. Then he thinks about if what he said made her feel bad, or... But then his phone vibrates. A message from Lena. Thank you for stopping me before I fell too deep without a parachute. He types back, I'd catch you anyway. He doesn't send it. Instead, he closes his phone and walks to check on Noelle. And maybe, just maybe, peek once more at the girl sleeping in his guest room, who already feels too close to his heart. Chapter 42. Lena is deep in study mode. Messy hair, hoodie, and papers everywhere. She hasn't moved in hours, and her coffee is cold. Her stomach grumbles, but she ignores it. A knock at the door. She groans, thinking it's the delivery guy, but when she opens it, it's Elias. He's in a black coat, holding a small bag of takeout and a cup tray with 2 warm drinks. Elias, you forgot to eat again. Lena blinks. How do you know that? Elias, softly. Because you always do when you're anxious. And I missed your face. She opens the door wider without a word. They sit on the couch. Lena eats like she hasn't tasted food in days. Lena, mouth full. I needed this. Elias, smirking. I know. He pulls out a folder from his bag. Lena, confused. What's that? Elias, study guide. I rewrote the core theories from the psychology of perception lecture. You always skip that part in your notes. Lena pauses, her heart full, eyes almost welling. Lena, quietly. You didn't have to. Elias, I wanted to. Then she hugs him. Thank you. Later that evening, Lena's fallen asleep at her desk, highlighter still in hand. Elias walks over, gently takes the pen from her fingers, and carries her to the bed, then covers her with a blanket. He watches her for a moment, soft features, vulnerable even in sleep. Elias thinking, just a little longer. He kisses the top of her head, and quietly turns off the light. The next morning, Lena's phone buzzes with a text from Elias. Breakfast is outside your door. Don't argue. Lena, you're insane. And unfairly sweet. Elias, you're brilliant. I'll keep reminding you until you believe it. Chapter 43. 3 weeks to Lena's final. Elias's house morning. Noel sits at the breakfast table, poking his food. Elias, you love pancakes, eat. Noel murmurs. Lena makes them better. Elias sighs. placing a hand on his head. Elias, she's studying. You remember what we talked about? Noel. Finals. Important. He looks up, lip trembling. But she didn't even call last night. Lena's apartment afternoon. Lena is in full exam mode. Her walls are plastered with sticky notes. Her bed untouched. And she's been living off coffee and crackers. Her phone buzzes with a call from Elias. She didn't hear. But when she sees it later, she texts instead of calling. Lena, sorry I missed your call. Hope Noel's okay. Good luck with work today. She sets the phone aside and returns to her textbook. Her heart isn't in it, not completely. Elias's office night. Elias sits at his desk, Noel asleep on the couch with his blanket and a stuffed lion. He glances at his phone. No new messages. He opens his texts and hovers over Lena's name. Deletes the message he typed. Again. Elias to himself, soon. He leans back in his chair, but the room feels colder without her. Days passing. Elias brushing Noel's hair in the morning while checking his phone for messages. Noel asking, "Did Lena text today?" And Elias gently shaking his head. She will. Soon. Lena sitting in the library reading, always forgetting to check her phone. Elias's house late night. Noel fall asleep after he read him a bedtime story. He's being very understanding about. Lena absent even though he always smuggles. The toy lion Lena gave him. Elias stares in air, thinking he doesn't want to bother her because she asked for time to read for finals. And he understands, but not seeing her face for 2 days is driving him insane. This place is quieter without you, Lena. We miss you. Chapter 44. Lena jolts up from her notes, red eyes, another forgotten meal. She glances through her textbook to read again. Cognitive dissonance. Her brain blanks. She clenches her jaw, overwhelmed. The weight of everything, expectations, emotions, fear closes in. And then, she bursts into tears, hands over her face, sobbing into silence. Not just from the exams, but from the ache of not seeing them, of not feeling him. Her phone lights up. One missed call. Professor Grumpy. Elias's house, same time. Elias stands in the kitchen, holding the phone. He called. He finally gave in. But she didn't answer. He sets the phone down hard, gripping the edge of the counter. Noel walks in, dragging his tiger. Uncle? Elias, quietly. She didn't pick up. Noel yawns. You miss her. Elias says nothing, but his silence says everything. Lena's apartment, 1:00 p.m. There's a soft knock at the door. Lena hesitates. She's in her old hoodie, her hair a mess, nose red from crying. She opens it slowly. Elias is there, hoodie and all, holding a flask of warm tea. His eyes search hers immediately. You didn't pick up, so I came. Lena's lips quiver. I am sorry, But she can't finish. She crumples again. Elias doesn't hesitate, he steps forward and wraps his arms around her. She presses her face into his chest. Elias whispers, I'm here. Let me be here. Inside her apartment later. Lena sits on the couch, blanket over her shoulders, tea in hand. Elias sits beside her, watching her breathe. He reaches over and tucks a strand of hair behind her ear. Elias, you're allowed to break, Lena. You carry too much alone. Lena, teary. I didn't want to distract you. Or Noel. Or ruin this thing we've... Elias, you could never ruin it. You are it. She stares at him. He leans closer, his head resting gently against hers. Elias whispers, let me carry you for a while. The next morning, Lena wakes up on the couch, blanket still on her. Elias is gone. She sees a breakfast bag and a note in his sharp handwriting. You're not alone. Not anymore. She smiles through glassy eyes. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on your notification to know when I upload the next chapter.